Hey, what's going on guys? Mark back in the workshop on Mark's Aquatics. Right, on this little video we're going to be doing some maintenance in my local marine saltwater tank. Okay, the cold water one. We got tons and tons of weed growing in there. Lettuce weed, the dulse, well the lettuce weed has got absolutely bananas, as you'll see in a minute. But I've got a favour to ask you guys first, okay? This is more for my regular viewers who do watch. Now, a bit of support is needed if possible. Now I've started up a new channel and it's called the Land Rover Discovery 3 Toolbox. Okay, this is the new truck that I've just bought, and what I'm doing is a series of videos on maintenance, on how to look after them and everything else, because I've seen a lot of people on here who need help with these things. They do have their problems, but I'm a bit of a dab hand at fixing these things. So bit of a mechanical background, and won't go into that too much, but put it this way, I know quite a bit about Land Rovers. So what I want you guys to do, if you would, is go to that channel. I'll put a link in the description below, okay? And if you would like to subscribe to it and give it a thumbs up and help it on its merry little way. I've got about 3 subscribers so far, and I've also put up a couple of videos. I think I've got about 6 videos now on different things that can go wrong with the Discovery 3s. And it may be of some interest to you. Maybe one of you guys has got one, I don't know. But if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to it, get it on the algorithms and make sure it gets out there a little bit more, because it's really hard to start a new channel off, as you guys probably know who are trying to start a channel off yourself, and all the help in the world does really matter. Okay, thanks very much for doing that, really appreciate that guys. And let's get into this little tank and see what we can do maintenance wise and smarten it up a bit. It's looking a bit untidy. Okay, right, okay guys, there you go. What a complete wipe out of green lettuce weed in there. Look how much that's grown since the last video last week. It's absolutely going bananas. You can see some holes like Swiss cheese all over the place here. Now this is where the little prawns have been going around, and they've been eating the bits off of it as well. They'll feed off of it. Those 2 big huge prawns that we found down the beach are still in here. They're doing extremely well, which is nice to see. Aunt Blenny having a go at my finger, and Mrs. Goby there making an appearance as usual every morning for their breakfast, and the little baby one down the side as well. That one's putting on some size now. Some of the anemones have split. This one's split as well. This one's gone huge now, and that's split off from one at the back there, which you'll see once all this mess has been cleaned up. Got a couple of little winkles up here which have moved around, and on the sides as well, clearing up the sides. They're doing a good job of that. We're going to hoover the gravel as well today. We've got the old gravel hoover today. We're going to be doing some gravel hoovering as well, and cleaning some of the detritus out from in amongst that. And basically what we're going to do is just try and pardon me, is just free up some space for flow around the tank, because it's looking quite still at the moment, sorry, and it needs some more circulation in there. I think that will liven the place up a bit, give it a bit more flow, and it'll make all these little creatures in here a little bit more happy, because they're intertidal anyway and they like a little bit more of a surge. So I'm going to hyperlapse this bit. Hope you enjoy this little video, and we'll have a chat about what I've done afterwards when it's all done, okay? Okay guys, there you go. We've just cleaned it all out, opened everything up. Now I was going to hoover the gravel, but I had a second thought about it, and I thought we've probably got a nice little colony now of different little worms and little tiny things that live underneath the gravel, nudibranchs and different things of that nature, and copepods. So I thought by removing them, I thought it might be a little bit detrimental really, rather than beneficial to take those guys out, if I make sense. But it's best to leave these little things in, and because it's all food for the system, you see. Nature, in nature sometimes you do get the storms and they can whip up the sand and things, but obviously in here it's a little bit of a captured little system, so we can stir it up a little bit, which I've done by moving the rocks, and I think that's really opened up a lot more ground now for things to feed on. You got the big prawn over there now, it's feeding on that nice little bit of kelp which was hidden right behind all the other weed before. And I've taken out half a bucket full of stuff from here, it's been growing that much, and we've opened up now all the anemones as well that you can see. You can see the goby there on the top, and you can see how those shrimps and all the shells have been eaten grazing just up here, and they've been taking all that off of there as well. So it's starting to look a little bit more open. Let's go around here. There's little Peach, the little starfish. We haven't seen you for a while, little mate. She's been hiding in the back there feeding on the barnacles, which you can see over there. I think we've been polishing those guys off, but quite a few of those have gone missing now, so we're going to have to put some more of them in. There's the little goby putting on some weight, chasing those little prawns around trying to eat them, and obviously you can see the size of those snake lock anemones now that have really they've really split a few times and grown. You've got that big green one there right in the middle of the picture there at the back on the rock there, and we've got the other one right down on the front here as well. Aunt Blenny and the fish. Oh no, there she is. Hello you. You come out to bite my finger again? I know you're always watching. Ow. She's always biting my finger, this one. Aren't you? I've disturbed your house. Here's the gobies. Even though I've been in here, they're out up to their old tricks. Like I said before, guys, in other videos that I've done on this system, is these fish are just so brave. They really are. Nothing phases them at all. Here's one of the big prawns down here coming out for a look. And like I said, I've opened up a lot more ground now for them to feed on. Now hopefully I'm going to try and get some mullet in here, which will keep all this sand nice and clean, because they will eat all the weed. I didn't get any last time we went down to the beach, but hopefully we'll get down there again very soon, and we'll pick some of those guys up as well to put them in here, because they will eat the weed, keep everything down. And I've been dying to get hold of a little wrasse. Now I'm off to the Channel Islands again at the end of August, so we're going to get some amazing stuff down there. We might meet up with another YouTuber down in who's from Guernsey down there, and do a little collab maybe on my dad's boat, and do some stuff out on the boat, maybe some GoPro stuff down. We'll put a few crab pots down and see what we can catch, and see what creeps in and out of the pots, to show you guys, as a lot more beach combing and foraging as well to go along with it, because I know you guys love these beach foraging videos, so hopefully I'm going to be doing a lot more of those for you as well. Yes, we're a little bit stirred up in the tank still. I left it for an hour or so just to clear up a little bit, but it's nice to see those snake lock anemones now just flowing away there in the current, and we've cleared out all that old weed, because like I said before, it can really choke up your aquarium, and that goes for your freshwater guys as well. You know, you get these plants and they can really disrupt the flow in your tank, and create a lot of problems for you, and detritus can build up in little corners, and then you'll end up with lots of unwanted algae growing on your lovely plants and things, which can look unsightly, and it can up your levels of nitrates and things as well, and then your algae will start to feed off of that, and you'll end up with a few more problems. That's why it's imperative that you keep your tanks and all your things very, nicely trimmed all the time, and make sure there's adequate water flow going right through it. Okay. Whoop, nearly got jumped. I tell you what, prawns are amazing. They just go down, and these snake locks are super sticky, and as soon as they touch something, they do grab it really quickly. But these shrimps, they've got a very powerful tail. Sorry, prawns have got a very powerful tail, and they will flip, as you just saw that one, very, very powerfully, and they'll jump away from them quite quickly and get away from the doom of the tentacles there. So look at the size of those guys up there. They're massive, absolutely stunning. I've got so many people emailing me and messaging me about this tank that they want to recreate it, and I think it's a fantastic thing to do. There's so much life, colour around the British coastline, and people just don't realise it. They, you know, I've had a lot of comments saying that this, you know, looks just as good or if not better than a reef tank, and you know, it does in its own way. I mean, there's some stunning colours. I mean, you've got the blues on the anemones there, those beadlet, you can see that ring of blue beads going around there, and then you've got these stunning red beadlet anemones with the blue beads around those as well. It's absolutely amazing. And this is nothing. I mean, some of the stuff we could find, Channel Islands where I'm from, or up in West Wales, further up that way, you get some amazing colours. That rainbow rack, I'm dying to get hold of some of that stuff. But I'm sure we will in time. Best not to rush these things, take it nice and slow. But I think it's all coming together and looking fantastic. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it on that one for today. I hope you enjoyed that little video, and if you would subscribe to my other channel just so it gets a little bit more traction on the algorithms, that would be absolutely fantastic. I'm not saying that you have to watch them all, but if you just subscribe to it, it would really mean the world to me, and it would just get that little bit of traction, like I said, and get it out there, and those little algorithms will pick it up, and hopefully we'll get a few more viewers on that channel as well. So for always guys, you know that I love you loads. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching my channel, and as always, love you loads, you're all stars. Take care, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mark's Aquatics. Bye for now.